And a warm welcome, my dear students. Let's begin with the much awaited descriptive essay that you people wanted to talk about, wanted me to discuss. But before we get into descriptive essay, just a casual reminder regarding prepositions that a lot of your prepositions are context based. So a preposition might end up having more than one correct answer, and that's all right. For instance, the man put the flute on his lips is correct because if you're talking about it in the context that the man is taking the flute and putting it on his lips, because he won't put it inside his lips, the lips is touching the flute, so then it's on his lips. If you're talking it in the context of the man is taking the flute towards his lip, because he's taking it and he's moving towards his lip and then he's singing through it, so that will be 2. So either of the answer is correct. My answer, I do not wish to give you any random answer, so I verified by ICSE solution and then give it to you people, and the ICSE solution states on, and that is why I have stated on as well. It doesn't just come from experience, but it also comes from the verification, so that you get the best help out there. Coming to the onion prices, yes, there was a steep rise in onion prices. Why? Because they're talking about the steep rise. They're not talking about onions here. So there was a steep rise in onion prices. And if there's any more of these small doubts here and there, then you're free to take it into whatever context, but whatever answers I have given you, I have not given you out of the thin air. They have been verified and then given to you. If you wish to take it, you are free to take it as it is, but I have given you with a lot of hard work and verification put onto it. Now, without any further delay, let's get into what is descriptive essay, or what would make your descriptive essay, what would make you fetch more marks for your descriptive essay. As we know really well that descriptive essay comes from the word describe, the verb describe, and describe itself is what? Adjective. So the main essence of the descriptive essay is to describe and describe well. So a descriptive essay is an essay that focuses on description of what is perceived by our 5 senses. What do we perceive by our 5 senses? That is there on the descriptive essay. So obviously, if it is a descriptive essay, the first component of a descriptive essay would be adjectives. So we have to we have to give as many adjectives as we can. Now someone commented about writing that this is the descriptive essay. No, do not write stuff like that. Do not write things like that. You just go directly into the essay. You do not need to inundate your paper, flood your paper, and write such irrelevant information. Do not do that. That is not going to fetch you marks. Please follow this. You will be at a better place and you'll be able to write a better essay. So your descriptive essay gets better, gets enhanced, gets embellished by using adjectives. And after the usage of adjectives, what is it that you do? You evoke 5 sense organs. So you write about what you see, what you hear, what you feel. Taste and smell is not applicable in each and every context, applicable in only few contexts, but in most of the cases what is prevalent is that we write about what we see, what we hear, and what we what we feel. And one more thing, when we are writing about what we see, what we hear, and what we feel, all of them should go together. It should not be the first paragraph is about seeing, the second is about hearing, the third is about smelling, or so on and so forth. So make sure all of them should go together. Now how will they go together? When I'm discussing the example, I'll tell you. Make the reader feel that they're one of the important aspects of, and the reason why we use adjective is to create a vivid imagery in the mind of the reader. The reader should have a clear picture of the scenery, of the scenes, of the setting that you're creating. They should feel that they are there. Tone of the sentences in past tense. Any essay anyhow is written in contemplation, is written in the past tense only. And grammar and vocabulary. Focus on grammar and vocabulary. Try to use appropriate grammar and vocabulary. For see, we can write look, notice, and observe, but it depends on the context of the sentence. Which context are you using it in? If you're just looking at the person for the first time, then it's see. If you have gazed that person for a longer duration, it's observe. So it depends on what word you're using, because descriptive essay is about the usage of right vocabulary. Now let's come to the example. One of the way, and before this, before anyone says that ma'am, what about important topics, the important topics for descriptive essay has already been shared in your argumentative essay. Go to that video, you'll find the topics, take these points, use it, and write essays on those topics. Try to attempt to write essays on those topics. When I went to Delhi, I saw the Red Fort and Jama Masjid. I also ate a lot of good food in the lanes of Delhi. That's one simple way. But if we are to make it into descriptive, if we are to make the person feel, then how would we go about it? When I set foot in Delhi, a humdrum of noise awaited me. I could see a huge number of people passing by, and everyone seemed busy. My destination was Red Fort as soon as my eyes landed on that magnificent structure. So notice I've used the adjective magnificent structure. My first line is not self. When I set foot in Delhi, it was now noisy. No, a humdrum of noise itself takes the reader away, takes the reader to the place where it's chaotic, it's crowded, it's a noisy place. It's a place with a lot of noises. As soon as my eyes landed on that magnificent structure, again I've used the word, the vastness of it surprised me. The red marbles with four-pillared structure made me wonder about the Mughal architecture. So again, making the reader feel through the usage of the components that I've just discussed above. So if you are, and if you can use these guidelines and write an essay like that and deliver it tomorrow, I'm 100% sure that you're going to get good marks. Till then, keep on learning hard, keep on studying hard, keep on practicing well, and all the best and all the best wishes for tomorrow. Just go out there and do your best.